It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at New Era Field in upstate New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The Bills' Stephen Hauschka's got this one teed up, and off we go from New Era Field. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They just do get the play off. Now Cousins under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Trent Murphy in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Cousins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
On third down, Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on fourth down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. Back deep, Isaiah McKenzie. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. A very solid gain of 27.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They go play action here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down. from Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Andrew Sendejo in on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Green 39! Green 39!
So that'll back him up 5.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
On 2nd down, here's Allen. And it's caught. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Now Allen, under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Everson Griffin. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Escaping the pressure. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Daniil Hunter in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Flush to his right. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Go ahead.
Cousins on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, Cook. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Line up. Move. Black.
Throwing, Cousins. And Diggs has it. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys' owns in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle.
Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on 3rd down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass.
Line out. We're going. Let's go. Liz, 50, here we go. Yellow, reach in there, yellow.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Bingo. Move. Two.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins going for the deep ball. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Pick it up. Watch it now, Barney.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. So it's an empty trip. Downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Gun. Zebra.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. His throw incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Rhino!
Working out of the gun, Cousins finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be third down. To the air again, it's Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Lorenzo Alexander in there to make the play. It'll be a loss of 14, and it'll bring up a fourth down. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And the Bills getting set to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
From the gun, it's Allen. Flushed out right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. A final shot before half for Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Now Allen operating from the gun. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Matt Darr now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Hey, Oscar, Oscar, Oscar! Move, move!
Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Lorenzo Alexander brings him down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, Clipper, Clipper!
Now Cousins. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a 1st down. Handoff comes to Cook. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Trent Murphy in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Now Cousins. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. To throw on 2nd down. Allen. And this one's incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Throwing is Allen on third. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. Back now in Buffalo. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 15.
Rhino, Rhino. Lucky 50.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And his throw here is incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead till completion, though. Made it very difficult.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Cousins. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Cousins now on 2nd down. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Cousins now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. Wide open receiver complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Cousins now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. And his throw is going to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Cousins. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And Bailey able to knock it through. And we are all tied here in the final stages. This hasn't exactly been a battle of one touchdown after the other, quite the opposite. But at 3-3 now here in the 4th, it's been an entertaining game considering just 2 field goals.
Yeah, is it really a football game now, or are we watching baseball? This feels like a pitcher's duel, doesn't it? Nice and tense on the edge of your seat. Have you been scoring this one? A lot of strikeouts and ground balls in this one.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Allen to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw is Allen. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Back to throw. Allen. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to float this one deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Now they're just trying to do anything possible to try and get the ball downfield and get into field goal range.
And with that clock dwindling, they felt the need to take a pretty big shot there. Unfortunately, couldn't complete it. The Bills on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Gun!
To throw, it's Allen. Flush to his right. Caught on the right side by Jones. And now running right through it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Now let's go! Green 39!
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Anderson Dejo. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Trying to get it to Clay that time. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
No.
Watch it now, Barney!
So after the INT, it's Allen. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And did he catch it? He did! A touchdown! One of the most improbable finishes in recent history. They've won it on the final throw. Well, it was too long to risk a field goal, so they said we got to throw it up there, hope something good happens, and I think that's the definition of something good happening.
Not just good.
Amazing.
In their estimation, great, amazing, stupendous. I mean, exhilarating. How about them running off the field with a victory where it looked like they were possibly headed towards overtime?
Well, yeah, it looked like definite overtime, and everybody just holding their breath as that ball hung in the air, and then jubilation. And with the lead, no chance of a return spoiling this one here on the PAT. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. Well, look at this. No time left. They've just won the game, and now they'll go for 2. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like open up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football. Low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills are victorious as we say so long from Buffalo.